Poverty closes doors for many. Homelessness leads to hopelessness. Addiction ravages families and neighborhoods. But in the midst of this, Olivet Baptist Church of Oklahoma City offers hope. How? Because a few members years ago left money in their wills through the Baptist Foundation of Oklahoma to help the church keep its doors open and to provide programs that enrich and mend people's broken lives. Enriching lives such as 10-year-old Bianca's, who is flourishing because of a strong connection with the church and the love of her grandparents. Mending lives such as Kim's, who found hope in the church's Heart and Hand ministry. Olivet also plays an important role in the local community by providing a free medical clinic 3 times per month. Olivet was once an affluent church in a prosperous neighborhood. In the late 60s and 70s, urban flight brought on a membership and financial decline. As time passed, young families moved to new churches in the suburbs. Ralph Crawford served as pastor at Olivet Baptist Church from 1964 to 1990.
But we had a man in the church that had been here since the church started almost. He was a young man, came from the north, worked in J.C. Penney's, and then he started a business here with insurance and constructions, and he made lots of money. And he attended this church. He taught a Sunday school class. And in about 1967, I came in 64, and about 1967 he died. And we didn't know that what he had done with all his money. We knew that he just lived a couple of blocks from the church here. And we didn't know what he had done with his money. So we got a notice from the Baptist Foundation that they're going to start sending us the endowment increase of that capital that he had given. We found out that he had over $1 million in the estate, and he gave a third of it to the Baptist Children's Home, and a third of it to the Oklahoma Baptist University, and a third of it to Olivet Baptist. It's going to prove to be that he will give more money after he leaves than he did all the time that he was here.
Other members soon followed the generous example of naming Olivet in their wills through the foundation. Today, the church receives an annual distribution of $76,000 from the foundation that helps pay utilities, insurance, and upkeep of the building. Pastor Steve Kern has been at Olivet for 11 years and sees up close the needs of the community and what some of the neighborhood children see daily.
They see a lot of drug dealing out of cars. They see prostitutes on the corners trying to sell their wares, gang activity. I think coming to church is one of the things that allows them to have at least one experience a week where they can go someplace and it seems halfway normal for them. We do have a Whiz Kids program that helps children to learn how to read. They have a mentor that comes and picks them up at their home, brings them to the church. We give them something to eat, and then they work on reading for an hour, and then they have a devotion time. But in the midst of that, they're bonding with this mentor that they have that's giving them a sense of security and normalcy in life.
I brought some more algebra for us.
It feels like we really know each other. We really connect because like we're weird and funny like that, and we make jokes and stuff, and we could talk about everything. She kind of helps me with math, and she tries to like trick me, but she can't.
Olivet's Heart and Hand ministry restores hope by providing housing and jobs for women. Kim knows all about hopelessness. She also knows how restoration feels. Today, she's back on her feet, providing for her children by working at Olivet's Heart and Hand thrift store.
I didn't have either one of my kids. One was with a grandma, one was with her dad. Of course, drugs was the way to keep going, the only way to kind of deal with it. So that pretty much, was my lowest point when, that's where I was living. That was my whole life was there. Then I started at Heart and Hand, and here's these people that, they didn't ask any questions about my past or the way they just embraced you and just showed you God's love. I have endless hope. There's no way, now I wake up thanking God every day. I'm glad to be alive, and I have my kids. Eventually I want to get back in school, and I know that this is possible. I know there's better things out there in that lifestyle. I never have to go back to that again. What I thought I was trapped in, God showed me that I'm not.
When I see these kids and these mothers that are being helped, and when I see that the true gospel of Christ is being expressed, in real practical terms that are touching and changing lives, you can't be a part of anything any better than that.
The state convention gave us 10 acres of land in the old children's home section of land out by Quail Springs. And we could have moved this church out of this area into a better area and could have grown out there, but they chose to stay right here. And what are they doing here? They're taking care of the needs that they see around them. Now, I don't know anything that's any closer to the will of God for the church than that. And the Baptist Foundation is making that possible.
Hello, I'm Robert Kellogg, President of the Baptist Foundation of Oklahoma. You've just seen the power of endowment at Olivet Baptist Church. Olivet is one of many success stories. This year, the Baptist Foundation will distribute approximately $10 million to more than 300 charitable causes in Oklahoma, throughout the nation, and around the world. We have assisted 245 families with their estate planning needs. These families have memorialized $11.9 million of future charitable gifts for the kingdom causes that they love. The largest beneficiary of these gifts is the local Southern Baptist Church where these families worship each week. Ask yourself, how can the power of endowment help your church to be the hands and feet of Jesus Christ in your community? We are the foundation for charitable gifts to ministry. We are your Baptist Foundation.